It's episode 10 of It's Not and we are back again. It's Mark Chaxfield.
Hello.
Hugh Langley.
Hello.
James Peckham.
Hello.
And this guy, Gareth Beavis. This week's question in celebration of it's Star Wars Day, not May the 4th, a different one with a film out. So, if you could, Star Wars needs a bit more money. Let's be honest. Every film does.
It's scraping by.
It is, isn't it? It's low budget.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it hasn't got enough product placement. That's the problem, really, isn't it?
No.
So
Needs to be more James Bond
this
stuff.
week, what if you could put any product placement in the film? Mark Chaxfield, what would you have?
I'm glad I went first because I think everyone's just going to steal this one. It would easily be...
I haven't thought of one yet.
Okay.
So,
It would easily be Philips Hue lightsabers.
Nice.
Simple.
that's what I was going to say.
No, it wasn't. Come on, it makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Philips Hue
Okay,
is
that's
a
kinda
glowing light. It'd be good if you could if you're away, so say you've left your lightsaber somewhere, you think, you know what, I'm going to automatically remotely turn it on with my Philips Hue lightsaber app.
My lightsaber's going to run out of battery. Why did that never happen in a film? It's like,
What's going on?
All right,
nuts.
kill me now.
Yeah. So yeah,
Sorry,
have
active.
and also you can change the colours. I know that changing the colours is
That's
a
true.
bad,
That'd be a good way
bad
of
idea, but
doing
that'd be
it.
quite cool. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you Sith now, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, look at me with my red lightsaber.
Well, I think
Oh,
you'd
no,
have-
no, you're back to Jedi.
You'd have to get his iPhone out midway through.
Yeah.
Wait.
But like that's what I think, and it'd be like, say, if Chewie had a Philips Hue lightsaber, it'd sound a bit like.
Any excuse.
That was
Yeah.
awful. That was God, sorry. There you go. That's mine, and you're not going to beat that.
Mine aren't really techie, I'll be honest, but bear with me.
That's good.
Crisps,
You're going to
Gareth.
struggle.
Yeah, so my thinking
Crisps.
is, perfect opportunity for some product placement here. Now, I haven't seen the film, but I think I'm correct on the names here. Daisy Ridley's got a bag of crisps of some brand. Can't open them. Hello, Finn's got a lightsaber. Whoom. Thank you very much. Easy.
AT Walkers.
Wow, okay, that was pretty good. On the spot.
And my other one was just cooling gel for when Kylo Ren inevitably burns his hand on the lightsaber crossguard.
Oh.
So he can whip out some cooling
Some
gel.
cooling gel. Kind of what Anakin might have needed in there. Do
Anakin
you reckon that would have worked?
a lot of
He
cooling
was
gel.
crawling out on the lava.
Yeah,
and
Palpatine
then,
just have some of this, mate.
yeah, it's fine. Just put this Savlon-esque gel on. You'll be okay.
We should probably reference that most of the people in this room haven't seen the film yet.
No,
so
only
a
you
lot of
don't.
our listeners.
Only you have.
Yeah, so this is really hard listening to you
But-
talk about the crossguard.
Yeah. So let's not talk. There's
Yeah.
going to be no spoilers, which is
No.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can't spoil it.
No,
But if you do Pexy when you come up next,
Yeah.
Hugh, have you finished? Sorry.
I'm done. Yeah,
Oh, they were sterling.
They were so
really
high.
good.
They really set the bar there. Carry on.
Yeah, you've probably beaten mine actually. I'd like to see each and every Jedi wear a Fitbit Force. That's really what I want to see. I want to see how many steps
May the
Count Dooku
Fitbit
does.
force be with you.
I want to see how many steps Yoda does.
Yeah.
And I want the Fitbit Force and everything to be like an upgrade. I want it to know backflips. I want it to know like the kind of all the Jedi kind of acrobatics kind of stuff. And I want to know that actual step count.
So you're saying that like you're just ignoring the fact it's called the Fitbit Force. Like,
Oh yeah, and there's that bit as well.
I mean, would
it could be any Fitbit. I just wanted to say Force.
Would Yoda be
that's
contractually
a pun,
obliged to
isn't
say, Fitbit before each Force, which would be really difficult for him because he doesn't get words in the right order?
it? May the Fitbit Force be with
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, exactly.
Fitbit force is strong in this one.
I think the best product placement for this might be a bit weird, but I'd like to.
Really?
Weird from you, Gareth.
I'd like to see like someone just walking into a room and there's C-3PO and he sort of like quickly just sort of and like moves and you just see him there. He's got a rag and a bottle of Brasso. And you're like, what are you doing? Nothing.
And that's why the Force Awakens is an 18.
What are you,
You never know what
polishing there?
It's just,
Nothing.
you just see R2-D2 or BB-8 just roll into the room and knock open the door and he's like,
Imagine C-3PO, but rose gold.
Oh.
Apple-like rose gold. That'd be horrible, wouldn't it?
What was those little lines for the antennas across it?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Okay,
Sorry,
well,
that was a
I think Mark wins that.
Yeah.
Which makes me sad to say.
I don't win anything, so that's pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah, exactly, there's a reason. So, into the actual week. So, last week we talked about Apple's ugly bum case for the
I
iPhone.
think we called it
As it's officially known, I think, on the Apple Store.
Apple's ugly bum case.
I do think it's been. I mean, people call it hideous, atrocious, and the worst thing Apple's ever designed. I think it's a bit far.
Yeah,
I mean,
too far.
it's just a bit of a bump on the back. But Tim Cook Yeah, but Tim Cook came out and decided that this needed to be addressed, which is usually quite a big thing. It's not like antenna gate, you're holding it wrong, but he said, it's not for a daily driver. It's not for this. If you're using your phone every day and charging it, you don't need this. It's if you're going hiking, as we all do once a week.
Yeah.
You need this extra battery pack. It's just there for support when you need it. You're going overnight. You've got a little bit of battery.
Yeah.
That's who it's there for. Why?
But that is then daily use, sort of, isn't it? Because, everyone depends what we're doing.
But Tim Cook
not
also
really-
said, my battery life on my iPhone's fine. It lasts more than the day. So that this is a man that doesn't even use his own product properly. Because if he uses it properly,
He doesn't. He wore the Apple Watch in the shower, and he's like, "It was fine." I'm like, "Why did you do that?" I mean, admittedly, he probably
Why would you tell people that?
He's probably got quite a few, but yeah, exactly. I feel like if Tim Cook says it's fine, then everyone can do it, and it probably would be fine. 'Cause
thing
it's actually
is,
quite waterproof.
I know you say it's not the worst thing ever, but it's definitely bad design if you have to come out and say that it's not for daily use. And
Why did he do
making
that?
something that. What do you mean?
Why do you think he decided? Or Apple, obviously, he wasn't just Tim Cook having a chat. Why did Apple come out and decide to say something about it?
There was a
There's
lot of
repercussions
negative
about it.
feedback, and I think they had to address
But
it.
it's also not about what Tim Cook says. It's what people actually use it for. What people actually go and buy that for. If people think the battery life is that bad and then they go out and buy that case, that is what it's for. Even though Apple didn't have that intention, that's the reason.
But it's not an
people use it.
external battery charger. So
No.
that's the sort of thing that isn't for daily use. That's the
Yeah.
thing you pull out your bag and you put it in. It's a battery case. It's a case.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
which you would think would be on your phone all the
Most
time.
Which is why it's confusing.
Mophie
so-
cases you meant to use every day.
Yeah.
Mophie's brand is this is a case for everyday
never
use.
take your phone out of this.
Exactly. So and that's what Apple should have done. Is create something that actually you're quite happy to take out rather than going, what's that? Nothing. I'm shielding it from your eyes because it's too ugly.
What's
they
that
should have
brasso?
made it.
So, do you think there's anything that Tim Cook could have said that would be better than you can go hiking with it?
I think Tim Cook should have said nothing.
Yeah.
I agree with Mark. I think he should have just left
Science
it.
is
just
consent.
left it.
Or
with,
should Apple have
people
gone the
like
other way and just started putting like bumps on the other back of other products? Just like start doing for everything, just like MacBook, just like a random bulge on things. Like
Look, it fits in.
Yeah.
Well,
Somehow the battery life is
the
worse.
original iMacs were massive, bulgy lozenge things, so maybe they're going back to that. Maybe they should have coloured it like nice glowing
Think about the
blue.
battery life on an iMac if you had that as your laptop now. Just battery out the back. Maybe like Emperor's New Clothes, if Apple just puts in everything, I was like, wow, we should all do this, yeah. And Samsung, you just see it kind of like a big circular protrusion at the back, like a big cylinder.
I'm sure Samsung are working on their own fugly version of the battery pack right now. Okay. What is this? Oh, it's magic. They're complaining about it. Oh, I don't know what to do. We'll release it anyway.
Would that be the only thing that Samsung copies next year, do you think, from
Apple? Would it be? Would it be?
Yeah.
We should maybe
I don't think
chat
so.
about that.
Is
shouldn't we?
that
I think
a bit of a
maybe
segue?
we'll see the new screen technology, the 3D touch that we saw in the iPhone 6s. I think we'll see a similar kind of
Oh
thing.
yeah,
Oh.
that wasn't where I was. That's exactly where I was going. Yes, Apple did 3D touch with the iPhone 6s, and rumours have it that Samsung wants to do the same thing with pressure sensitivity on the screen, can tell the levels
Force
of
touch.
No, 3D touch.
Actually, yeah, it's the
Force touch on the watch.
Force touch on the watch.
Oh, is it
Force
force
touch
touch?
on the...
I don't
You
care.
embarrass
the Mac.
yourself.
I've just got Star
get
Wars.
out,
I've
mate.
got Star Wars in the
Just
brain.
pack the whole thing in, the whole career. Just on
I did
that.
So
that
Mark's
10
been
years
dragged
ago.
out right now.
Well,
So,
it makes sense, right? I mean, I think all hardware smartphone makers are going to have to do this because if developers get on the 3D touch, Force
Exactly.
touch bandwagon, then they're going to be left behind. So it makes perfect sense. I don't think Samsung will be the only one at all.
I really hope not. I mean, obviously Huawei has done it already.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
So, I mean, I think you're right. It's the developer part of it. The more you can homogenise your apps, so you don't have to obviously you do have to recode, but the more similar you can make them across platforms, the better experience people have. So if you want a good, I don't know, I can't think of a universal app, Netflix, for instance, where you can sort of push in and see a bit of a section.
Yeah.
You don't want that just to be on iPhone. You want it for the Samsung as well. Obviously,
Absolutely.
Apple does and Samsung doesn't. So,
But it's a lot easier when it's that closed and you know it's going to be always on. Every phone from now on is going to have 3D touch
Yeah, exactly.
in the iPhone.
It would just
While if
come
you're
as a
doing it
natural
for
reaction,
Android,
yeah.
it's only going to be the high-end stuff to start with,
Yeah.
and maybe even
Yeah.
just Samsung this year, and then maybe in the coming years we'll see it on more
Well,
phones.
you nailed it by saying it's not Apple's. Huawei did it. So
Yeah.
I know that it looks like Samsung are copying Apple. They're not. They're
No.
going hopefully with what the majority are going to be doing. And you're right. And Android has always needed this kind of make every app work as it should do on iOS. And things like that. This
Yeah.
could be the
Yeah.
gateway opening for that.
Do you guys find the feature genuinely useful on the iPhone 6s?
I was going to ask
and
this to
the 6s
Gareth
Plus?
if you used it.
well, this is the thing, because I flick backwards and forwards so much. I start using it every so often, the iPhone 6, and then I'll go to I've been using the Nexus 6P for a bit, and then picked up the 6S again, and I forgot about it for 2 days, and then I accidentally activated it again. I was like, oh yeah, I mean, the whole peak and pop thing.
I don't use that.
I never really miss
I get
it.
annoyed. I only recently upgraded to the 6S, but I'm finding like when I want to copy a bit of text or a picture, I'm pushing too hard and it's doing the.
Copying text on iPhones on any Apple device has always been terrible.
But now I
They've
have
just
to
never
find
been
that
able to-
pressure point that's not too hard.
Yeah, so it's
just
even more
enough. So it's a bit like it's just me getting used to it.
It's a
I appreciate
caress,
that.
isn't it?
But yeah, it is a gentle caress.
As a very good journalist, not that I do cut and paste, but it is very
Um,
difficult on an iOS device.
Well, I actually find it harder on Android. I've got to say. I do. I've always found it more.
We need to do a
difficult on
versus and see how quick it
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
But
We
We
so
need a
easy
video
on
with
Android.
400 views.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We got one of those. Let's not laugh about that.
Actually, yeah. 3 views. So let's move on to some comedy.
Oh,
Because
we're going to do
forced comedy.
Mark Chaxfield has been doing YouTube the last few.
Yeah, have you found it, Mark?
Yeah.
Taking on
I thought it was-
the big job.
I was scared at first.
The big job.
I really got into it until my compadres basically said I wasn't as good as you.
Well,
Hugh.
they're probably spot on there.
Oh, right.
Good try anyway. I appreciate the effort. So I'm back now with the
You
comments.
are back. I'm just going to say I'm going to rate this afterwards. So
yeah.
it better be good.
The
Okay?
is
feature
my
that
highlight
still
of
has
the
no
week.
name. I think it's still YouTube, but I mean
Yeah.
this week none of them came from
Where's the
YouTube.
jingle though?
Well, we've discussed this. I don't think we can have one.
I think you have got one. I think you need to sing it right now, Hugh. It's Hugh's.
It's Hugh's comments of the week.
Thank you.
Copyright Harry Hill.
So I've been
Don't
singing this.
acknowledge that.
I've been singing this for a few weeks, not knowing that
I
it was
didn't
a
know-
that
I
came
didn't
from Harry
know-
Hill, who's
Yeah.
not on the air anymore. This is a very
It was in
UK
TV
centric
Bird.
reference.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, anyway.
I never watched that, so therefore I didn't know.
Well, there you go. Ignorance is bliss. I think that holds up in a court of law, so that's
Yeah.
fine.
We could just change the words around, like Hugh's week.
No.
comments.
The music.
Oh, the mo-
Oh, I'm so excited to listen to Hugh.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, let's go. Okay,
2 out of 10 so far, Hugh. Come on.
So we have 3 this week.
Yeah.
So the first one
Is that
comes
it?
from Nicholas Grimshaw, not the radio DJ, I'm pretty sure. Can't confirm it though.
Grimmers.
Can't confirm it. Who said on Facebook to a story, obviously this is a test to see
He
who's been
spoke
reading.
to a story.
He commented, he said, do they come in sour cream and chive?
Oh.
Do they come in sour cream and chive?
It's already better than Checkers.
Shut up. No.
Well, it's not.
So
The
Pringles.
bar was pretty low.
So it's like Pringles, pop.
Could be.
Uh,
Think of some
Do they come
word association.
I don't know. I'm trying really hard to swear as well.
I need to start reading the site more.
You
Yeah.
really do.
What thematically? What is it on?
Well, think of what we're talking: sour cream and chive, crisps. You know, words association here.
Words.
I mean, I'm giving you some pretty good clues.
You said crisps. That's not a great clue.
Yeah, sour cream and chive. You dip crisps into that.
Yeah.
Crisps.
I don't know. Just tell us.
No,
Yeah.
Chips. Anyone? Okay.
Chips.
It's on the news of Apple purchasing a semiconductor plant.
Come
that
on,
is
it's a
an
terrible
expansion.
comment. There's
No.
no link.
So
there.
does the factory come in
Well,
sour cream and
basically,
chive?
this is the thing. The question is, could Apple be looking to turn into a chip maker?
Yeah.
Which is one of the big stories of the
Right.
week.
So
Okay, so the
we-
issue with this is,
Yeah, go on.
as you might have heard from our accents, we are all British.
Yeah.
And we do
I'm
not
English.
call,
Oh, come on.
We do
Shit.
not call our... Well, it's potato chips, isn't it? But we don't do that. We call them crisps.
Yeah.
If Apple were creating a new crisp making plant, then that would make sense to
Well,
us.
that's what it could be. I mean, this is the speculation. I mean, what is it being used for? I
Yeah.
mean, do
Crisps.
we think Apple is becoming a chip maker, Gareth?
Yeah.
Can I just say, still 2 out of 10.
I mean, yeah. The bar.
Dropping by the
Yeah,
second.
that didn't help you, Hugh. So
Huh?
that didn't help you. That wasn't your best one.
No.
That wasn't your best
I thought
work.
the comment. Oh, fine, okay.
No comment, but you
Prove
found-
yourself on number
Fine,
2.
okay.
Come on,
All
Hugh.
right, moving
Come
on. Number 2, this came from Jay Rose, who said, great article, but no Chewbacca underwear. Great article, but
Oh,
no
that's
Chewbacca
got
underwear.
to be our best novelty Star Wars themed something.
Close. Readers will know that we've been hitting our Star Wars week this week pretty hard.
Tech
Vader.
Tech Vader
So
and
this
all
is
that,
obviously
yeah.
a Star Wars article, but which one? Great article, but no Chewbacca underwear.
Was it the novelty? No, it wasn't novelty t-shirts. Was it along those lines? One of those?
We did have the t-shirts one. It must be the t-shirts one.
No, because that would be underwear, would
It's
it?
actually not. It's 8 most entertaining Star Wars rip-offs. Which include Battle Beyond the Stars, Master of the Universe, Space Raiders, and more.
So has Chewie underwear actually happened?
Well, this is the thing. No one understands
Sexy
what that
Chewie
comment
Yeah.
is. And the final one. This is also my comment of the week. This one comes from Tom Frost on Facebook.
Frost dog.
Tommy
Who
Frost.
commented
Christmas themed.
on
Touch of frost.
This is a classic Frosty comment
Yeah.
on one of the articles. Who just
Frosty the
said,
Snowman.
Boobs and nude chicks.
He's a cool guy. As well.
Boobs and nude chicks.
Boobs and nude chicks.
Cool customer.
What story from this week was Tom Frost referring to?
Probably Apple chip making.
It's not. Boobs and nude chicks. Not
Nude chicks. That kind of rhymes with Netflix.
Something to do with VR?
No. Internet. Think internet.
I think internet.
Think internet.
No, he's on.
Twitter
He's on.
moments.
He's on the internet.
Twitter moment's not a bad guess. Not
Yeah.
quite. You're in the right area.
In the right area.
Facebook.
No, okay.
Maybe it's
no.
Google revealing what the best search results of 2015
This
are.
was Google revealing the biggest search terms of 2015.
Also, can we just have a moment? Checkers did just look at.
No, I didn't. I know he looked. I know.
And then he
It's
started
fine.
smiling. Going, oh, maybe it could be it.
I've got to get my poker face.
So this is Google does this every year. We use this now. Reveals the top search terms of the year. This was the UK one, which was topped off by.
is what?
Sorry,
What?
topped off by such names as Cilla Black, Jeremy Clarkson, and Daniel Bedingfield.
Oh,
What an
who made
amazing
the cut.
year.
I know.
Would you like to be
Wait,
toffed
what?
off
Daniel
by Daniel
Bedingfield?
Bedingfield?
Yeah, so Daniel
What did he
Bedingfield
do?
was the anomaly here. So earlier this year there was a death hoax rumor going around that Daniel Bedingfield
There's
died.
one every year, isn't there?
Well,
Always Daniel
probably,
Bedingfield.
yeah.
That was the girl from Aqua,
I
or Vernon Kay.
assume it was because of that, and not because he co-wrote a song featuring on X Factor winner Ben Hanau's debut album. I
But we
don't
did
think
all
he
know
will have
that.
been.
Hey,
This is
Really
very
Hey now.
UK centric. Hugh. What was the US search terms?
I don't know. Oh, but I do have
Boobs
the
and nude
gadgets,
chicks.
if you want to hear those.
Yeah, let's go
quickly.
gadgets.
iPhone 6s came out number one, just beating out the Apple Watch and Galaxy S6.
Topping off, I think you need to say.
The Segway beat out the hoverboard and the selfie stick this year.
The Swagway?
Actually, just the Segway.
Swagway or
Oh,
the
okay.
Seg-
The
the
Segway.
Segway?
Okay.
Interestingly.
And HC1M9 on there?
HC1 just coming up at 9, and at number
impressive.
10 we have the Nexus 6P.
Lots of phones.
Lots of phones this
Yeah,
year.
take it in, Checkers.
Lots of phones.
I like phones. Phones are fine.
No, you don't.
Just don't want to be the phones editor.
Good.
Because you do such a good job.
I just toff it off every day.
And that's going to be a running joke.
Well, don't say silly things then.
Posh man says toffed off. Always a joke.
So Hugh,
Yeah, go on.
redeem yourself
What?
with a lovely chat into the world of Nintendo.
Okay. Also, redeem myself. I think that was pretty good.
I
I know you
jumped out
guys
the
are just
pipe of
bad at word
Nintendo.
association.
I must admit, I was better than that last week.
No, he wasn't.
It definitely was.
I don't agree.
It was.
I don't know.
Chucker's first week was abysmal. His second week.
abysmal?
His second week was pretty good. Yours, that was your worst, and it was pretty good. So you're about on a level.
Yeah, it's still.
I think we're both fair to middling.
Yeah. It's like, you know, when
Each to their own opinions. So, okay. So the next big story
Well,
of
you
the week.
didn't even say thank you for me carrying
I
on.
don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, fine.
Yes, Nintendo. So this week we managed to glimpse another patent for the upcoming NX console. Now we know Nintendo is going to head back into the gaming thing in a big way next year.
Thank
We're expecting
goodness.
to see the NX. Yes, the Wii U has been less than impressive
Yeah.
for a number of reasons. There've been a lot of good things about it, but I think
Especially the sales figures.
yeah, so it's quite interesting to see. It's going to be quite interesting to see what Nintendo does here. The patent we saw this year, just to quickly touch on that this week, not this year. It's a controller, and it's actually obviously I've got a picture here, but I'll just describe it. It's basically just
Draw it with your
a
words.
GameCube-esque controller, if you can think of, or maybe even just a PlayStation controller, but largely made of a touchscreen, which is interesting, which suggests they're going to take that feature from the Wii U and carry it over to the NX. So something
It is
will
like
live on.
it's like the GameCube controller and the Wii U controller
Combined
just,
together,
It's a love
yeah.
child between
And-
those.
and
And
there's
there's
if you haven't actually
and a
seen it.
phone on the middle.
It
Well-
looks like one of those controllers that you can put a phone on.
And it's interesting you mentioned the phone because it's clear that Nintendo is going to go hard on the mobile stuff. They've already moved into that space in some way, and I think there's going to be a lot of crossover with the NX. Maybe Android gaming.
Looking at that controller, they're nailing it better than they did the Wii U controller.
It's
which
interesting,
looked
yeah.
like it was made by a
So,
3-year-old child.
When you say the NX controller,
and for a 3-year-old child, because it was so big and
It was
chunky
very
and
so
chunky.
is that just the whole console? The picture,
So we
or is
don't
that-
know, honestly. I doubt
that'd
it.
be weird.
It would
No,
be
it
weird.
won't- it won't
It
just
won't be.
be that.
This will just be the input. And we've seen a couple of other patents before, and they've all followed the same theme of having a screen in the middle, which is interesting. So it suggests that Nintendo sees that part of the Wii U as a good feature that they want to keep going.
It's almost, I guess, what PlayStation were trying to do with the Vita.
Yeah.
That you have this kind of second screen that you can do. Never really worked, and then probably not going to develop more for it, but it's a bit like that. But I like the look of it.
It's an
and I
interesting
really
idea.
hope
There will be
that-
some physical buttons by the looks of it. And what's interesting though is obviously Nintendo's doing the mobile stuff at the moment. I'm assuming there's going to be a crossover here where those mobile games will theoretically be playable on the NX controller, as well as having the kind of
Yeah.
flagship console stuff
Yeah.
as well.
Well, I'm annoyed that the console thing. I'm PlayStation through and through, but I'm annoyed that it's a 2-horse race. It used to be a 3-horse
Well, this is the
race.
thing. It is a 2-horse race. I think.
And PC gamers, they're just laughing all the way to their massive PCs
But
because they've got better. It's better at the moment. And that's the problem we got.
But that said, Nintendo's coming in at the middle of a console cycle here for Sony and Microsoft. Could potentially put out something more powerful. I think at least we have to assume it's going to be on a par because the Wii U suffered from not having developer support for the multiplats, and I think that's really what they need.
Do you really think they're going to go power though? I don't think they're going to.
No,
They're
Nintendo have never done power. I think the Wii U's the first time they've really been burned by not. They've been able to do their own thing in the past. The Wii was quite underpowered compared to
the Wii compared to the Xbox 360.
but it got away with it because it had some really interesting innovation. The Wii U didn't quite serve that up, and then they realised actually we also don't have the developer support. We're in trouble, and I think they've learned from that. And I do think it will be powerful enough to be on a par with PS4, Xbox One. I don't know if it'll be more powerful, but powerful enough is probably enough.
They've got an imaging problem as well, I think, especially with the Wii U because it did look so kiddie. That when there were these horror games and stuff on it, people were slightly up in arms or just
because they launched with Zombie U, didn't they? That was one of the launch games.
What's going on here? No, I want to play Fluffy Mario.
And it was also that name, the Wii U name.
It wasn't a great name.
But
the saddest thing of all
just
is
seemed like
the
a
Wii
little
U has had
upgrade.
some of the best games of this generation.
Well, both me and you were always talking about Splatoon.
Splatoon, the Mario Kart, Pikmin 3. I mean, it's had some really good games that a lot of people won't play.
I want the NX to launch with Splatoon 2. That would be fantastic.
We'll see those games carried over because, there are a lot of good things about it. But it's obviously, hasn't quite resonated.
I have just come up with the idea of Splatoon as a mobile game. That could be incredible as well.
Good idea. Good idea.
But what about, the thing is we've talked about before about going back to choosing child apples. If Apple does make its own graphics chip, as we've talked about this week, it could make its own console. It could make the Apple TV a console where you have...
It's already trying to do that anyway,
Have you played in the Apple TV game?
Well, no, this is the point. Right now, they're rubbish. Admittedly,
Yeah.
It's very much a kind of tacked on thing on the side. You can do it on your phone. You can do it on your TV. It's rubbish. But if anyone has got that integration to be able to say, right, I've got this game that developers can play on your iPad, and it's got so much graphical capability in it, it's as good as a PlayStation 4. And it just in the Apple TV has the same hardware capabilities.
Well, Apple did release its own games console, didn't it?
That was a long time ago. Yeah, it was the Newton or something.
Especially as we see more and more of like the re-release games and everything. We're seeing Grand Theft Auto, the older Grand Theft Auto games come out on iOS and that kind of stuff.
But another thing, the capabilities now are so high that they're already outstripping what we're expecting to see on. I mean, might not be Apple, but I just think Apple's got the greatest integration. If it can power that whole way,
they have a lot of potential.
And you've got that cycle where people are low on console and they've got a phone anyway and they're going to buy one, and suddenly that Trojan horse is in a console. I never thought Sony and Microsoft could come in and take what Nintendo and Sega are doing.
Nobody thought Microsoft until the Xbox came along that they would ever do something like that. Personally, I don't think Apple got the gumption to do it. I think their devices at the moment are amazing, but I just don't think they've got the prowess to join this race. I really don't.
Well, they would have. I think Apple could have a go at anything. It's just whether they want to.
Mac
gaming's
pretty awful,
and
it's like they just haven't. If they had it, they would have done it by now. And I know they're trying, but all they're trying to do is create a gaming living room environment for mobile games, and that's fine.
But mobile games are getting so good.
But that's low level gaming, regardless of they're getting good or not. That's.
I think that they're in
your mums, your dads, your
mum.
just. But people that play games for 20 minutes, half an hour, they're not going to get the serious gamers to do that.
They don't need to. That's the thing. I think with the iOS gaming, they've got enough. I mean, the amount of money that's a great deal for that. I mean, I agree. They've got the potential to do it if they want to, but at this point, would they need to? Is it not better putting their focus in other places right now when they've already got? I mean, Apple TV needs to. I mean, that could. There's plenty of potential there, but
it's a Trojan horse for gaming.
You don't need to bring it up to the level of the PS4 Xbox One.
Let's just shelve it. I think.
That's not a bad idea.
Let's stick it in the drawer.
Not a bad idea.
Stick it in the drawer.
Yeah.
What kind of drawer would that be?
Speaking of drawers.
Gadget drawer.
But not just below.
But not that one. Yeah.
What's
in the above one? The Magic Gadget drawer this week.
It's a Magic Gadget drawer, is it?
Yeah. Let's put something in there,
shall we? Put something in there?
Or let's at least pitch for something.
Okay, so this is my second time pitching for the Magic Gadget.
Read it.
How did it go last time, Mark?
The last time it was awful because I told you what the gadget was straight away. So I've learned.
And it was rubbish.
Yeah. Well. 1 out of 2 ain't bad for this one. I've learned my mistakes, and I'm going to
tell us what it is straight away. But it's brilliant.
I'm not going to tell you what it is straight away. Okay, I've got a few hints as to what it might. I've not written it down. Why would I write it down?
You looked
I know what the gadget is.
Because you said it out loud last time.
Yeah, okay. And that's why I've not written it down. So I can't physically say it out loud.
You can physically say it out loud.
Quiet time. Right. The gadget was created by Dean Kamen. Oh, a little flicker from Hugh there.
That sounds familiar.
Hugh looked like he was toffing off there, I tell you. So
not
created by...
Not in the podcast.
Created by Dean Kamen. It came out in 2001.
Okay.
I can't read my own writing. It revolutionised how the world moved.
Segway.
Yes. The other two things were it killed its creator.
Yeah, of course. We should laugh about that.
Something that we do brilliantly in this podcast.
Yes. Nice.
To be honest, I don't really want it in the drawer. I just tried to figure
How are
out
you going to
something.
fit that in the drawer?
You don't
That's
understand the
what
draw.
How are you
That's
going
what
to
I
close that in?
I said 1 out of 2.
We're going to need a Magic Gadget garage soon. Like,
Well,
That's it.
We don't know because it's not going
No,
in.
you
Alright.
didn't
Well, you
listen
don't
to
know.
me.
You haven't.
Personally, I don't want it in the drawer because it's too big. I think we should put it in the Magic Gadget garage. There you go.
You've never ridden a Segway.
I have been somewhere. I rode one in San Francisco
So you won.
on a tour.
And you were like, this is the future.
No,
I
I
want
was
this-
like, this is the future if I was in the 1950s and thought about what the future would be.
So it's not a classic gadget.
It's a classic gadget.
But it's inspired some interesting
It has
things.
inspired the Swagway.
The Swagway, which is weirdly popular at the moment.
Which is literally blowing up
and
right
it-
now. It exploded onto the scene
Yeah,
in 2015. I quite like a gadget that killed its own creator. It feels very Terminator and Skynet.
It does
Yeah.
a bit. It's a shame it had to be the Segway.
And also, nobody likes to move anymore, so just
Good
hop,
point.
hop
Oh,
on
I
a
hate that
Segway.
one.
They're everywhere.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can find a Segway, surely.
I mean,
Like
yeah,
Boris
I
Place.
think we could all agree the Segway is pretty ridiculous. But what it has inspired, the Swagway, there does seem to be this really rapidly growing trend of
It
people
will
not
die.
using
And
their
it did
feet.
inspire Paul Blart
But will
Mall
it die? And it did
So-
inspire one of the greatest films
Yeah.
of our time.
Yeah.
And
So,
Mall
and a
Cop 2.
sequel, which,
Yeah.
if anything, improved.
I
And
just-
the inevitable third film in that,
Yeah,
in that amazing
which we
trilogy.
can't
It's
wait
way
for.
ahead of its time. I think in 20,
Yeah.
30 years, they're going to be looking back going, why didn't you use the Segway more often? This is amazing. When we got hover Segways, obviously.
It's the first step towards that Wall-E kind of universe where we're
Yeah.
all just riding around in those hover
Yeah,
chairs
all
kind of
shacked
things. That's
into
where I
it.
really see it.
And also, actually, when I did ride a Segway, I was surprised.
Sit back, everyone. Listen to
go on.
Checkers chat to a Segway.
I was surprised about how well balanced it was.
Well,
Kind of
that's
like
down to you.
got
kinda
one good
like
thing
me.
to say about it then.
Okay, let's have a vote. Pexy, should it go in the drawer if it could fit?
No, in the Magic Gadget garage.
Okay.
We've opened up a garage now.
No.
No, of course not. Phew.
I've pointed out the good points, but no, it's not.
That's a no from me because it's just.
It's
You don't even believe in it. That's the worst thing.
there were there
I
were,
love
be
it.
passionate
I
about
am passionate about it.
there
I
were
love it.
flickers of some good stuff
Yeah.
in it, but it's just not good enough.
Look, yeah.
Inspiring the Swagway, in my opinion, is a bad thing.
And
Like,
in
seeing
years to
people-
come, we will look back and see, oh, that was kind of a clue there of what was going to happen. But ultimately, no.
You guys are all wrong.
Well, you said that last time, but we were
Would you
wrong,
put it
so-
in?
I put it in the Magic Gadget garage.
You're only saying that because you just want to
just-
justify that you just wasted our
just-
time.
yeah.
Not wasted your time. I just thought I don't want to do another blinking phone.
Yeah.
I don't want to do another games console. What's
Then
what's
don't-
magical? What's amazing?
There's
What's
a
got
lot
2
of
wheels?
stuff out there.
Literally anything else.
Magical.
Yeah.
You think Segways are magical?
It is a magical thing.
You can't even keep a straight face.
Have you
can
ever
get-
seen a car?
It can get you to 80.
Oh, when you see cars, they're going to blow your mind.
Have they got 2 wheels?
They've got 4 wheels.
4 wheels?
They go really fast as
Are they
well.
like
And you're
two-
going to get like 5 people in them.
Are they like-
So well balanced.
Are they
Oh,
like
really
two-
well. Mine's never fallen over. Not once.
I don't understand this concept of car. Are they like 2 Segways strapped together? Is
It's
that how
kind
it
of
works?
like 2 segways.
Oh, that's weird. It's almost like the end of this podcast.
Yeah.
That's a
I can't
shame.
believe it.
Oh,
Segway out of the podcast.
let's go over a cliff.
Yeah, just
Okay, well, thanks everyone for listening. I'm really sorry about the ending there.
Yeah.
It's a Segway. Ultimate Segway. It's fine.
No. Oh, I don't want to end this.
Just
It's
wrap
so
it.
sad. Yeah. Bye, everyone. Thanks for listening.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.